She yells out, I hate you. I said, okay, thank you, you know, I know. By the time the third one came around, she's 12, she goes, I hate you. I go, whatever. You gotta use whatever now, because that's all they use, right? I said, get in line with your mom and your sisters, you know. God. Now, this is for the people that have children 12 and older. You do the best you could, guys. You do the best you can. You raise them. You guide them. You know, they got to learn for themselves. But you guide them. And you hope maybe they'll go to college. Maybe they'll be a doctor, you know, something. You know what I told my kids? As long as you're successful in life and whatever you do, whatever makes you happy, I'm happy. You want to be a housewife? Be a housewife. You want to be a business? Do whatever. You know, it doesn't mean you have to be a CEO. Whatever you do, you know, be successful at what you do. Right? And then you guide them, and then they leave. Hopefully at 18, but some don't. But, you know, they leave. And that's the whole thing, is that you want them to leave. You know, that's the process. You know, they leave, and you have a good life, you know. But let me tell you, some of them come back. And they have luggage, little mini-me's. Oh, yeah, you're not expecting that. My oldest daughter comes back. She's knocking at the door. I tell my wife, it's your daughter. She looks and goes, no, it's your daughter. No, it's your daughter. We're hiding like it's Jehovah's Witnesses knocking at the door. Turn the light off. Turn the TV off. Lower it, you know. Lower it too much. I'm watching you to leave it, you know. So we look again, you know, and I said, what are we going to do, you know? I said, I don't know, you know. About 2 hours pass. I said, I guess we should let her in, you know. She's still there. You know, that knocks her like, you know. So I open the door and I go, yeah? And she goes, is it okay if I come back home? No. I said, no, hey, you know, come on, that's our daughter, let her in. I said, well, come on, I guess. And she walks in, and then a little mini-me, looks just like my daughter when she was, you know, 5 or 6 years old, walks in. I said, whoa, who's this? So that's Kayla, your granddaughter. I'm a grandfather? Shouldn't you have said something? Like, you know, she's 5 already, you know? And I said, well, mija, come on in, you know. Oh, now, and we got to know each other. Then we're sitting there at midnight, having some coffee. My daughter comes in, sits at the table, and she starts crying. I said, Dad, Mom, I don't know what to do. Kayla, she told me she hated me. Payback's a bitch. I looked at my wife looked at me, and we looked at my daughter and said, we don't know what to tell you, we hate you too. Let me tell you, I have a granddaughter, Elizabeth, she's 6 years old, and my mom's thinking, my wife was trying to teach her some Bible stuff, right? You know, pray to Jesus, mijo, pray to Jesus. She said, my belly hurts, I can't go poop. She's in a little potty chair, you know, in the hallway. We're just here, oh, it hurts. And yeah, pray to Jesus to help you, Jesus, help me poop, you know. You got to, you know, that's what Jesus does, right? So it's real weird, because we're watching TV and we hear about, Jesus, help this poop come out, Jesus, help this poop come out. And it's silence. She goes, thank you, Jesus! That's not a joke, that's a true story, right? I tell you, I tried it, didn't work at all. You know? He said, no, Jesus kept it in for me. I don't know why. So you have kids, and then you get old, right? Hey, it's part of life. God willing, all of us will be old, right? Now, you ask a little kid, you got a kid that's 7 or something, ask him, how old is old? Oh, 20, right? Ask a 20-year-old, 40, you know, ask a 40-year-old, 80, and it keeps going over and over and over, right? Now, my grandson was asking me, he said, well, you know, Grandpa, when you were a kid, did y'all have dinosaurs? They're like, come on, dinosaurs, you know? Ask your grandmother, she used to have them as pets, you know. I asked her, she's older than me anyway, you know. So I told her, you know what old is? My grandmother, God bless her, she died in 2005, 105 years old. Yeah, 105. Oh yeah, she's in the car. She's I got the little. No, 105 years old. Now, I was, you know, I went to go see her when she was younger, like 99, 98, right? And I go pull up. I pull up, she comes out. Now, she was born in Monterrey, Mexico, right? And she learned to be a mechanic like her dad. She worked on cars. I drive up, and here comes my grandmother in coveralls, you know, mijo, you want me to change the oil, top off the fluids? And I go, God, who am I to deprive my grandmother what she loves to do? I'm not mean. I had a lawn chair, some lemonade. I gave her some, you know. A fan squirter with a bottle, you know. So next year went by, same thing, you know. Then 2004, the year before she died, I drive up, and I see a ramp built. I said, what the heck is this? And I drive up, and she comes out in a wheelchair, but she's got the coveralls on. I know. She goes, mijo, you want me to change the oil and top off the fluids and you know, and I go, Grandma, you're breaking my heart. You're in a wheelchair. My God. Just rotate the tires because they're right there. You can go all around. Or you can get all four, you know. Hey, don't worry about the spare. I'll take care of it. It's crazy, but we get old, you know. Wow. Then what's left? Eat. You gotta eat. This is San Antonio, right? You know, we were 2001. We were the fattest city in America. You know that? Yes. All right. We're number 3 now. All right. Do your part. Pitch in. Start eating. But it is, you know. Now, somebody asked me the other day, well, how come you're the fattest city? And I said, look, okay. Now, some of you may remember this. When you have the most people ever camping out overnight for the opening of a donut shop. Krispy Kreme donuts. Why are we the fattest city? We're camping out for a donut, people. Go to HEB, it's just sugar, you'll be all right. Days of All on I-10 was the first donut shop that opened up, right? I'm going to tell you, the traffic was backed up for 2 miles on the access road. Some of you remember, 2 miles wrapped around a huge parking lot, wrapped around the donut shop. And that was just the police officers. Regular traffic wasn't burning, you know. Any police officers here today? Law enforcement officer? Yeah, no, I say I've been involved in jail or nothing. Some police officers here? Okay, now don't get mad if you're law enforcement, but don't you think they eat donuts? I think Big Daddy even said it, right? Right? That they eat donuts. Now,